everybody. Welcome to the StabCast. I'm Dissel.
And I am Mindy.
And we're here on another spooky Sunday to talk about the new age phenomenon that's everybody's talking about, which is kind of surprising and came out of nowhere, but became kind of like a...
And it came from yet another YouTuber, by the way.
Who is fucking hilarious, by the way.
Yeah, he has a...
Curry
Baker. He has his own YouTube channel and whatnot. He's actually a comedy YouTuber. And this is not the first time we've seen this. I guess Backrooms is also done by a YouTuber. I haven't seen that yet. But when we do, we'll figure that out. And also, I don't know if you knew this, but Barbarian was done by a YouTuber.
I didn't know that.
As well as...
You know about Iron Lung.
Iron Lung.
Yeah.
From Mark Fishbach. So...
Which is crazy. I mean, that made $40 million, and that's still really impressive.
Yeah, but this made $300 million off
on 750.
Of a 750 budget.
And Markiplier's a way bigger
we
fucking
mean
superstar than this guy.
Yeah, I mean, we mean 750,000 is what we mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was gross. I'll say it was gross.
Curry Barker is fucking hilarious. And it's funny because it literally all gelled into it today, whereas I hadn't seen a lot of his comedy stuff, and it was coming up on my algorithm, and I'm scrolling and I'm watching it, and then I'm turning on the movie, and then I search something about the movie, and it says director this guy. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is the guy who's doing the free sample bit on YouTube.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was the same dude, and he's kind of a genius. Even looking more into him, and he's and I love to see ugly people succeed. Mm-hmm. Especially in entertainment.
Yeah, and he's got a mug.
He's got a crazy mug on him.
He's like Patrick. He reminds me of?
Huh.
Patrick from Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, a little bit.
But a little bit weirder looking.
He looks like a Bob's Burgers character.
Yeah.
He just looks...
Yeah, like if they drew Patrick in Bob's Burgers form.
Yeah. But he's funny as hell, and he's a great director. We've seen a lot of great comedians like Jordan Peele and stuff go from that to... Mark
is also, I mean, technically he's not a comedian, he's a streamer, but he does stream a lot of comedy stuff.
Yeah, he's funny. So this was awesome, and the fact that Indy Neveready, she's talking with X-Men producers and directors now. Like, she is a superstar.
Well, she was a part of Superman and Lois. That's where she came from.
Yeah, but that's a bit different. A CW Superman show is a little bit different than the MCU.
All right, I apologize, guys.
That's like you're making $5,000 a week till you got a contract with millions.
Well, that's why she was surprised that she even got this film role.
Yeah, it was an indie film, and that's what's cool about stuff like this is seeing a movie like this that might go under the radar and might just end up on like Hulu or whatever, and nobody might ever watch it. But it became such a smash till now where it's launched several careers to where Curry Barker was already kind of killing it, but he's really killing it now. Yeah. And now he's got a
lot more people are paying attention.
Well, and he's got a $10 million deal with Universal now to make another movie, and he's doing the Texas Chainsaw reboot. And so
is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he was doing that.
For the Texas Chainsaw reboot.
That must have just happened. I didn't know he was doing that.
So this movie created a lot of lanes for him, and she's on every late night show. She was everywhere for a long time. Like the fact I knew,
because I do know he's making an anthology movie out of this movie.
Yeah,
he's making like what he's going to do with what Halloween Part 3 tried to do.
Yeah,
and bring in other characters.
Yeah,
revolving around the cursed item.
Well, as a DC fan, I knew Supergirl was fucked when she made less money than this movie in its 8th week, and it's like,
oh wow,
yeah, call it.
And Steven Spielberg called it a hit.
Well, I mean, yeah, because
he really did. He said it's a hit. I really liked it.
It is a hit. And just to give a non-spoiler, because this is going to be full spoilers, because it's been out, the storm has settled. We kind of did this on purpose, waited for streaming so people could see it, and then come with us. And, I don't like the way that
because we hate the fact of people saying it's the best movie of the year, has 95.7% on Rotten Tomatoes, because we don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
And we're not going to go waste our money to go see which one's right or not. Yeah, like you said, you could look it up, but then you have other people's opinions coming into play.
94 is crazy. To me, this wouldn't be a 94%.
You don't think so?
No. I think I will not say that this movie is overrated because I don't think it is at all. But I do think that it's
It's not the best movie of the year.
This will be my non-spoiler review. Is that I think it's a very simple movie with a lot of cool tricks in it and really strong performances and good direction and everything you need to make a really good movie. But it's not, to me, it's not the greatest horror movie of all or anything like that.
It's not really scary. Like I was telling Daniel, it's hard to be scared when you can't see shit.
Well, and first of all,
and it's very dark.
And being a boyfriend in the past, it feels like a reality television. This bitch freaking out, you know. And the dinner scene when you're like, no, and it's like, oh, gee, I've been here before.
Apparently, she got that from Jordan Peele's Get Out, when that older Black woman goes, no. That's where she got it from.
But she did it expertly. And the scene with Bear telling her that he's going to the friend's house for a boys' night.
Oh,
and
God.
I saw this clip even before I saw the movie, and it's like, this is the caption's like the most relatable thing for dudes ever. And she's in the room, and he's like, yeah, well, I'm gonna go. It's gonna be. And she's like, well, I can just get dressed and go with you. He's like, no, it's gonna be a boys' night. She's like, ah! And you just hear demonic noises in the other room, and it's like, that's not even a horror movie. That's real life with a girlfriend. Like you can't ever go to boys' night without fucking carnage. But she played the role so expertly that I think that it outshines the movie as a whole. And to where she's a superstar coming out of this, and I think he's going to be a really successful director. I don't know about. I like Ian too because Ian works with him on that. It's a bad idea.
Oh, okay.
Comedy sketches, and he's the main actor with Curry a lot in all those, and he's hilarious. Ian's funny as fuck, the actor that plays him. And so he did very well. The Michael Jackson movie is getting a part 2. Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
We like that, too. But, yeah, I like Bear. And this is one we'll probably start to get into spoilers a little bit.
Okay, now we're going into spoilers, guys.
Even though this is still kind of a blanket statement. But I like Bear, and I think he's one of the most kind of misunderstood protagonists, whereas I think a lot of people like she's the star coming out of this movie. I don't know if he's going to land a lot of big things or do it. Like I like him and he did this role perfectly, but that's my thing with this role. I think he played like the schlub that can't like get a girl or talk to girls and doesn't know how to like do that type. I thought he did that perfectly.
I also feel though that there's a couple of other actors that would have done it a little bit better.
Yeah. I mean, there are times where he feels like he's in an independent movie and it feels like she's in more of a big budget one.
Yeah.
Like it feels like she's like in the big time and he's not really. And the movie really is a two-hander. Mm-hmm. But I do think that he does do his his hand he is just as strong as hers in certain ways to where
he does what he's supposed to do.
Well, and he plays like a pussyish dude, and I think he does that perfectly. But I don't think people resonated with that part as much because people don't like that, and they don't want to see like a pussyish dude that's like, yeah, I like you, but I don't really want to tell you my feelings because I'm scared. Like that's not really a good protagonist.
7-year promposal, as Ian calls it.
In a movie like this, a lot of people would rather the guy just a regular dude that like fucked up, or maybe he like sat on the thing and it broke the wish, and like you don't want it to be like this like schlubby dude, but it is, and I think he plays it perfectly. And like he's a part of the problem. He screwed everything up. That's why it's so impactful when he's covered in blood and she's comforting him, and she's like, "Oh, it's okay, but it's all your fault. You wish for this." But it's okay.
She's right though.
Yeah,
he did at the end of the day.
Yeah. And the one wish, Willow, when I say it's simple and basic, it's because that's, to me, I've seen this in an episode of Supernatural. I've seen this premise used
This
before.
was also used off of the Monkey Pot, and you guys are going to think, like, oh, the old school monkey. He got this from season 3 of The Simpsons, y'all.
The Simpsons.
Treehouse of Horror. That's where he got this idea from. The Simpsons.
Yeah, The Simpsons.
So... he did a great job, but
phenomenal.
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
I can't.
But this plot has been used a lot of like, I love this girl, but she's way too hot. She would never love me back because I'm fucking me. So I'm going to make a wish, have her love me. But then it's going to go really bad and she's going to be fucking crazy.
And normally they get told, though, too, like, do not wish for love.
Yeah.
And do not, like, normally love is a blocked wish.
Yes.
Normally. Because you're not supposed to alter somebody's personality. You're not supposed to alter somebody's life like that. So they refuse to do love wishes. So I was surprised that this one was a love wish.
And the one wish that's made throughout the movie that's a wish that you think that most people would make is actually my favorite scene in the movie. But that's way farther, so we'll wait on that. But I love
it happened. I was like, there's Daniel.
It's so good. Just the way it's played out is so good. But it makes sense for a plot. It's relatable. There's a lot of guys in that scenario that's in a friend group with a girl. Because there's a lot of friend groups of people of 6 or 7 or 4 or 5 or people that it's like we're all friends and we all hang out and a couple of girls, couple of dudes, and then you see where the chemistry grows and maybe they get together or whatever.
And real quick, I want to let everyone know because there's this big, huge conspiracy thing on the internet. Like, are they friends? Are they schoolmates? Are they just like people that met at record? No, they're actually friends from like middle school on.
Yeah,
basically.
And they all work
like,
at the same shop.
They're childhood friends. Yes, they do all work at the record shop. Yes, they do hang out with each other. But they are childhood friends, just to get that through here. So it's not just some random coworker or anything. Because I hear a lot of people saying like random coworker or coworkers. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
Like they were actually friends.
Honestly, though, and it's not to take away from that point because you are right on that. I don't think that it makes that much of a difference. The connection.
I mean, it doesn't.
I don't think the connection because the way it plays,
but it does help though with Sarah's dialogue when she's yelling at Nikki at the bar about being a real like.
Yeah, but also I could see
go-getter.
people that all work together that have been friends for a couple of years feeling this way about. Like I could see the way Sarah feels about Bear. I can see that out of a 2-year relationship of working together. Yeah. So where it's like, hey, I don't want this girl to hurt you. I think you're a really good dude. Mm-hmm. I don't think she's got to know him for 10 years. But if they do, that's fine too. But I think either way it works for me.
Yeah.
And they didn't over-explain, which is one of the things
I just wanted to nip it in the butt because everybody's arguing over it.
And you're right. But the cinematography, and I think that's why Curry Barker's getting all this praise. And by the way, his comedy shorts are shot very well too. Mm-hmm. They don't feel like little iPhone bullshit TikTok shit. That feels like big production skits. And he's really good at filming. So this is shot really well, and you have a lot of close-up shots on just her face being kind of nuts. And on certain people's reaction. And that's where I think Bear comes across the most strong is when he doesn't even have to talk and he's just sitting there reacting to a situation like, oh, fuck. Mm-hmm. And the camera's on him for 30 seconds. Because you really see that this guy's like, what have I done? That everything has gone to shit.
But he's still not man enough to stop it. That's what makes me mad. He's still not man enough to stop.
Well, the only way to stop it is to fucking off himself. I mean, you're just telling him to be a man and shoot himself in the fucking head?
No, but he should have given the freaking wish thing to fucking Sarah.
Yeah.
Not idiot.
Yeah. That would have been a better
She gave
decision.
It to a mutual friend. Or me. Fuck, even a random person on the street. Snap this in half and say, I wish you never made the wish. There you go.
He wanted to make it work with Nikki. But, obviously that wasn't going to happen.
No. Absolutely not. Someone makes you a cat witch. Nope.
I love the people at the store. Both people. I like the girl that's talking to someone on her phone, Sarah. And I like the guy later. No, not the record store. The store where he buys the One Wish Willow.
Oh, the two store owners.
It's one of those things to where it's kind of a sketchy store where you can see bullshit, but it didn't go out of its way to be like the spooky shop with the old spellcaster that's like, this is the One Wish Willow. It didn't feel like that. It felt like a bunch of idiots running a shop. Oh, yeah, this is some bullshit we sell. And I think that plays better. And I
Mhm.
thought that kind of worked with the story.
A lot of people are trying to build off of what you're saying. A lot of people are coming up with a conspiracy that the girl shopkeeper used her wish and became the guy shopkeeper. And that's why he said, I'm sorry, I already used my wish.
I already used my wish, man.
So
that's funny. I hadn't even thought of that.
I don't
that's
think
dope.
that was a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy who made it, he hasn't come out and said anything about it.
No.
He's been keeping it hush hush, at least that detail.
It's a hush job.
Everything else he's completely been an open book about, but this one singular conspiracy he's leaving alone.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, come on now. Like, now I really want to know.
Yeah.
Now I really actually want to know. Did she wish herself into a guy? Because it makes sense, especially 2026. Women are getting
and similar hair colors, similar
Yeah.
they didn't look
similar energy.
Yeah, they didn't look that different.
No.
That would if he was on the phone too, it would have been like, yeah, it's him. But I thought he was fucking hilarious. It was like, sorry, dude. I mean, I guess you're fucked. Like, and that's funny because I thought that whole thing was a play on customer service. Because nowadays, if you fuck my DoorDash order, I can get my credits back and you're sending it back to my house, bitch. But sometimes it's like you can have something messed up, complain, and the people are like, like you when you click that one box that said you understood the terms, that means you understood we were fucking you over. So fuck you.
Yeah.
And I thought that they did that well with him. And he's like, wait, well, why would you sell this? And it's like, well, I don't know. It's just a fucking store, dude.
Yeah.
Some of the kills I thought were brutal.
But before
Go
you
ahead.
get to that, real quick. So Bear lives in his grandma's house with his cat Sandy, who he loves.
Oh.
And sorry, Daniel. And something happens to said feline, and he breaks down. But his way of coping is feeding his obsession, basically, with that Nikki girl.
Well, what happens though? He kills the cat on accident by leaving pills out. The cat got into the pills.
Yeah, but then what does he do? He goes through her page and everything to make himself feel better. And then as soon as she calls, he and stops and says, "Hey, how are you?"
Yeah.
Changes completely. And it's like, dude, the fuck?
Yeah.
You're telling me that your cat meant nothing to you? I mean, first off, you chucked it in the bin. Buried in the garden, for one thing. Don't throw it in the trash.
I'm sure he would have preferred, after finding out what he found out later, I'm sure he would have much rather buried it in the garden.
Well, that's what happens.
Because
you don't bury your animals correctly, shit can happen to them.
Well, and after he hits the one wish will, because, and I don't think this is necessary for us to touch on too much, but we have a bunch of preamble in the beginning of this is the friend group, Ian, Sarah, Bear, and Nikki. They're all friendly. He obviously has a crush on her.
And Sarah has a crush on Bear. That's the funny thing.
And Ian's kind of just hanging out. And, one thing, they want to go to another bar. Nikki doesn't want to go. Bear takes her home. Because he tries to flirt with her 3 times. It's the most pathetic thing on fucking planet Earth.
He does, but he takes way too long. That's the thing I noticed. He takes way too fucking long. His friend does give him a few minutes, but then afterwards, that's it, bud. And that's the way your fucking shot goes. That's just the way your chance goes.
Yeah.
You have a couple minutes, and if you don't take it, then you're fucked.
Well, there's been a lot of memes too. It's like that scene where she's like, Bear, do you like me? If he was just like, yeah, then it's movie over.
Exactly. He should have just been a man.
Yeah. But he was a bitch about it. Then he broke the willow and made her love her, and then it all went to hell.
He made her into a sex toy is what he made her.
Well, yes, it's a...
I'm sorry, but the one scene where they're having intercourse and she's looking to the side and whatnot and she's making the noises, if you zoom in on her, you can see that she is crying and that her face looks disgusted. So, she's making emotions, but she's not happy.
Yeah, and that's the scene the most that I think doesn't work in the movie because it's like she's the one. It's obsession. Are you telling me when she has sex, the demon's gone and now it's just Nikki?
You never know, though, because Nikki's really, really strong. Her spirit's really strong. So she fights through a lot of it. And a lot of people say it's because of the mirror. Whenever she looks into a mirror, which makes sense because when she was in the car, when did she snap out of it? When she looked into the rearview mirror real quick.
Yeah.
She glanced into the rearview mirror.
Yeah.
So that's why from then on she avoids mirrors and windows and doors. And that's why she duct taped the door shut.
Which was insane.
Because every time she sees her reflection, real Nikki can come out and play if she'd like.
Which him trying to go to work, like, all right, I'll see you. Then he turns around, he's like, what the fuck? And the whole door's duct tape.
I hate the way that he goes on with shit like her because obviously he knows that she's not herself when he has to sit her down and go, did you cut some of my hair? We can't do that, okay?
Yeah.
That's not okay for you to do. We're not going to have that. And it's like, dude, you were talking to her like a puppy.
Well, that's what I love about it, though, is that it escalates from that to it's literally like, hey, don't cut my hair while I'm sleeping. That's creepy. I don't like it. To hey, can you please not cook the cat? It's really not a cool thing to do. I don't enjoy that.
I thought you would have liked it. Oh my God. And then like she went and like not even before that, but she goes in the freaking bin and grabs it out and does a memoriam for it. And it's like, she's already dead. He already went through the whole thing. Why do that to him again?
That was before though. That was actually really early on.
Yeah.
To where it's like that was the first sign of like, dude, you have to do something.
Yeah.
Like that was even before the love montage. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was. Insane. It was right before the love montage.
But she's like, oh, isn't this a sweet thing? And he's like, no. Like it's nice. I mean, like a shrine's great, but you don't use like maybe build a statue or something. Don't fucking use the dead carcass. But yeah, that was pretty early. And she did a lot of the love montage was cute. She does a lot of creepy shit. She pisses her pants. You remember that one?
Yeah, because that's why people say that she's like a cat. People try to say there's another conspiracy theory out there that that Sandy actually came into her body and she had the spirit of a cat. I don't think that that's exactly what happened at all whatsoever. Yeah. But she did have that animal likeness to her where if he was gone, she was anxious. Or if he was gone, she would just stay there and wait for him to come home. Yeah. And that included like soiling herself and peeing herself and everything else because like she was waiting for him to come home basically to have permission to move. Mm-hmm. He told her, stay right here, I'm going to work. And it's like, why would you say stay right here? Like, give her some freedom.
Yeah, but what is she going to fucking go? I mean, the beginning scenes.
He didn't want her to come to work.
When she's obsessed with it. Well, that first scene when they go into work together and he's talking to fucking Ian and he's like, dude, her dad's got cancer, fucking all this shit. And you just see in the background her staring from the cash register, just fucking staring.
Yeah, it was 3 minutes. I clocked it. It was 3 minutes. The whole time.
And then there's another one when they're at the diner before the no, when Ian's telling him that she lied about the
yes.
And you like it's brief, but he's talking and he's on the phone and you just see her behind like slip from the table and walk past and like look over and then like walk back and sit down. And it's like they did shit like that so good to make her such a creepy obsessive to where when it wasn't even her scene, she was being creepy.
And I will say the cinematography was great at showing that sometimes because the way that she was allowed to like slurk away and do that kind of thing, those were film tricks.
Yeah.
Those are tricks that the director decided to use in the film and whatnot.
Yeah.
A lot of what he did was called like slow reversal, whereas like he would shoot the same shot, but he'd shoot it slowly and in reverse.
Yeah.
And then he would kind of like overlap the two. So you'd get like the real scene and then you'd get like Nikki being all freaky.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, wow. He like really, really fought this through. Like, I will have to give him that. He really did think it through.
Oh, 100%.
It wasn't just a let's make this project because I want to. He really did think this through.
Yeah, every shot feels completely fun, and there's multiple callbacks. Like, as much as I was like talking shit, and I don't like the cat stuff. The fact
we
that
don't
that
like
was,
it when animals pass. Let's just say this: we don't like it. Yes, we'll watch Pet Cemetery for you guys, but we don't like it.
No, and especially to keep calling back to something so gruesome like that. But it works in every shot that he's doing to where it's like, oh my God, they went back to like everything. It feels like it means something. And in horror, that's hard to get sometimes.
I know, but in the last time that they used it, I was like, can we please stop? Please. Can we stop now?
Yeah.
Like, this has been used 3 different times. Let's just stop, please. Yes. And then after that, thank God it did stop. And it's like, oh, thank God. Because I didn't want to see it anymore.
And I'll tell you what, I've made a lot of women upset. But to see the face of her when they were doing the spin the bottle thing and he had to kiss Sarah.
They were doing Jenga blocks. Yeah. Jenga block there or something.
And he had to kiss Sarah.
Mm-hmm, the person to his left.
Yeah, and then it pans to her face, and I can't even do it. And I think that's another reason that Indy is really being looked at as a serious actress that's going to do a lot of damage in Hollywood, because the way she shifts her face down to that fucking pouty, sad face is so hard to do. Even you're having trouble.
Yeah,
it's really she sinks her fucking jaw. I do too many zins to be able to do that, but she made it work, and it looks legitimately creepy. And then the way she just slowly creeps over, gets Sarah out of the fucking way.
Yeah, then she just puppy dog hands, on her hands and knees, and it's like, that's weird.
Yes.
That is not okay.
And that was kind of like and I see what you're saying about the animal thing, but also it's like the fish out of water. Like the demon is just trying to see what people.
But it's not a demon. That's the thing.
Yeah, but whatever's in her is just trying to see what people like and what they're actually into.
Yeah, because she doesn't have any information beside this thing or whatever, doesn't have any information on the person at all whatsoever. No. She just knows certain things. Like,
they know that she's in love with Bear. That's what she knows.
So, even when she first gets possessed, she talks about her losing her cat, and it was she didn't lose her cat. Bear lost her cat.
Yeah.
Lost his cat, but since she was perceiving things in a different way,
yeah,
she was like, oh yeah, you did lose your cat. Sorry, I meant your cat. And I was like, no, she did not.
Yeah,
she did not mean her cat. She meant yours.
And even at that scene at the party, she yells at everybody. She's like, I love Bear. And then she frames it as a joke. She's like, I'm joking. No one's laughing. And she's like, fine, fuck you. I'm not joking. I'm telling the truth, actually. And I thought that was hilarious. That was the one scene where she was kind of spunky. And because in other ways, she's been spunky other ways in the movie, but it's more in a psychotic fucking bitch way, to where she's just killing people.
And then she does that horrible poem of that incest of Hansel and Gretel.
Oh my God. And everyone just imagine.
And guess what, guys? The director's father wrote that for her.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But that's another reason I think Curry Barker does really good with dialogue, because I could imagine being in an awkward situation where this hot girl's just going nuts, and then I look at my buddy Jello shots, and it's like, yeah, let's go get some Jello. So let's get the fuck out of this situation. I thought he played with that really well. And we got to get into Sarah and Bear calling her late at night to come over and to sit in the car with him.
Okay.
And can I or no? Or is
yeah, go ahead.
Before that? Sarah's talking about, being a success. She's
no, hold on. Sarah called. Well, no, because I want you to have the part of Nikki being in the bed.
Yeah.
Sarah called him, and I think he may have knocked Nikki out. Not sure. There are some rumors about that.
No, it didn't seem like it. They were sleeping together.
I'm not sure, but somehow real Nikki woke up. Well, wished Nikki was asleep. And she told Bear, don't make any noise or anything, but I need you to kill me, please. Yeah. And Bear, instead of questioning it, he gives the most selfish answer on earth. What is so bad about being with me?
Yeah.
And she just cloaks that reality, and then she's just I've never been with you, Bear.
Yeah.
And it's oh shit, it is a different thing inside. Oh damn.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just mercy kill her?
Yeah, exactly.
At that point, like, she's begging you, and he's like, "No, I'm just gonna stick in my house." And then he goes to meet Sarah. Go ahead.
But I think that's the part of Bear's character that is good, is what makes him so I mean, good is like an actual good character, like a well-written character. Because he is the problem just as much as, like, everything that has been done has been created by him, and him just not being able to ball up and talk to this girl, that he created this whole fucking mess.
Yeah.
And even down to, like, he needs to, like, kill her to get her out, and he's like, no, I can't do that, because he's not thinking like, oh, I don't want to kill her because that would be a fucked up thing to kill her. He's like, oh, I can't. No, she loves me. Like, I can't take this away from me. I finally have something. Like, he's selfish to the very end, which is he's not trying to be until the very end, obviously. But he's pretty fucking selfish, and it's pretty much all his fault. But he's this sad sack of a character that's really just trying to, like, exist and be in love with this girl and live out like a dream. But he's fucking everything up. Yeah. And I think that's what's good about his character.
Yeah.
No, he's not a good guy, and he's not a rootable character. But I don't think they wrote a rootable character. I don't think he's supposed to be like this. Oh, it's bad shit just happened.
The director said that he wanted us to make up our minds on whether or not we thought he was a bad person.
Yeah. And I think he's inherently flawed. I don't think he is a bad guy, but I think he's inherently flawed.
He made bad decisions.
Yeah, he fucked up the whole way. And the one time he can fix it, his buddy fucked up even more.
Yeah, so we do got to talk about this before Sarah.
No, it's after Sarah.
Oh, it is. It's after Sarah?
Yeah, it's after Sarah.
Okay, go ahead.
Sarah's in the car. She has the envelope for the big thing, and to make her dad proud and shit.
Yeah.
And then they talk about their feelings for each other. And she's like, well, I was next to you when we were supposed to kiss. And then just out of nowhere, you see Nikki fucking show up, go through the glass. When I first saw this clip, I thought she smashed her face on the steering wheel.
So did I, because of the beeps.
Yeah, and it's kind of dark on your phone and shit. I'm watching this stuff in the morning sometimes when I'm scrolling. Watching the movie, though, on my big fucking flat screen television, she's got a brick in her hand in front of the steering wheel and just fucking splattering this bitch's face on it.
And it still beeps.
Yeah, it's beeping its ass off. And there's not much left of Sarah's face by the end of it. She's like an eyeball poking out of the skull.
Sarah, she got terrified.
Yeah, and she was a really cool character. And I think the supporting cast isn't getting enough love to how much that they kind of built up. Yes, the performance is Nikki, and that is the performance. That's the takeaway of this movie. But everybody else and, like, their real world dealing of it kind of builds up Nikki even more. And Sarah getting fucked up in the end, and Bear, and then, like I said earlier, her being like consoling Bear, and like Nikki rubbing his shoulder, be like, "No, it's okay, I know this is a lot, but you're gonna have to help me bury the body. This is all your fault."
Yeah, like, you wished for this.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh shit, she knows.
She knows.
Like, she understands that. Like, she's a wish. Yeah. What the hell? That
was kind of a plot. It was like, oh shit, I didn't see that coming. It's like, oh yeah, she does know. And she's like, you wanted this. This is all your fault. Here we are. And then after, he's like, all right, well, obviously Sarah's fucking dead, and I got to contemplate. They have a scene where they kind of get rid of the body together, but she says, go home, and I'll figure all this out. And he's like, thank fucking God, I need space from this chick at this point. He calls Ian. He goes to Ian after the shop scene that we already talked about with the dude. And he goes to Ian with a one-wish willow, and he needs Ian to make a wish to get away from his wish, to cancel it out. Ian obviously thinks this is fucking bullshit, because if anyone came to my house covered in blood talking about this, I would be like, what the fuck?
Blood and vomit, by the way.
I think Ian probably has one of the most relatable reactions to something like this that you can have, and it probably would be my reaction. The thing we didn't mention about Ian is prior to the whole One Wish Willow, he was banging Nikki on the side for two years. They were on and off having sex. And that was like kind of a dramatic thing that they used a couple times with Sarah to build tension, to where she revealed that to Bear in the car. And then he kind of, Bear doesn't really bring it up to Ian, but he says in the One Wish, he's like, well, once we fix all this, you can be with her, that's kind of him alluding to that. And he's like, I don't give a fuck about that. But he's talking to him about the One Wish Willow, and he's like, you have to do this. You get one wish. He's like, oh yeah, of course it's one wish. It's like a fucking genie. Except it's not 3. And Ian makes the most relatable wish of all time where Bear's like, please do this, please do that. He's making a convincing argument. It's like, maybe Ian will do it. Hands him the one wish Willow, and then Ian's like, I wish for $1 billion. Boom. And then the most visceral, nah! It wasn't even a no. It was just like, nah! From Bear, like, fuck! And then just money pours from the fucking ceiling, like God. And you don't see a hole through the ceiling. You don't see anything. You just see money fucking flying down, and you'd be like, "Oh shit!" And Bear just looking like, "God damn it! We ruined everything." And I think it's the best scene in the movie. I think it's super relatable to if that was actually a real life situation, and you
that is so him. It really is. Like me knocking on the door and be like, dude, I really screwed up really bad. I need you to take this thing and I need you to promise me that you're going to wish for this. I want $1 million.
My only problem with Ian...
or $1 billion, sorry.
I love that, and I thought that was a great character arc, and I love that. I think you write him out of the movie, he doesn't have to die, and you leave him off after that.
I agree.
Him coming back to the house after and being like... And even the line like, dude, I did get $1 billion. It's real. Obviously, Bears knows it's real. He was trying to tell you it's real. He's sitting in the room as the money's fucking pouring down. He knows it's fucking real. What kind of a line is that to be like, dude, it's real? Yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
But why would you show back up? Like, you just got $1 billion. Get the fuck out of here,
off
bro.
And run, bro.
Get out of town. You work in a record shop, dog. And now you're rich. Buy a penthouse somewhere and get the fuck away from all this creepy shit. And but he shows up back, and obviously it doesn't go well. And then this transitions to kind of the ending scene where Bear comes home to chaos. Her Sarah's naked body spread out on the chair, which is very gross. With her face
double terrified her ass.
Yeah. Nikki's, they say you love me, bitch. Fucking has a gun in her mouth. And that is an insane scene, and I think it's the last half hour of this movie is so fucking strong, and I think it makes it because they make the decision to like stay on character shots and like really shoot slowly. It can not get boring, but get a little slow at times.
Yeah.
But this last half hour is just all fucking action and crazy shit. And her fucking, said like, I'll put the gun in my fucking pussy, bitch, and like screaming at him and fucking about to shoot herself in the face. And then Ian goes in the house, which is what a fucking idiot. That's all I'm saying is write the character off. He should not come back to that house. He should stay the fuck away. But he fucking marches in the door and gets shot in the head. And good riddance, you deserve it at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But then Bear realizes what he's got to do. He hides in the bathroom. She's slamming on the fucking door.
After he grabs the gun, by the way.
After he grabs the gun. He does not have the balls to shoot himself. He tries in numerous ways. And also adds to this character being a pussy, which I thought really worked. Because if you're a pussy, you're not going to shoot. The idea of shooting yourself in the head is very fucking scary.
Yes.
It's much easier to take a bunch of pills and go to bed. So that's what he did. He took a bunch of pills. He goes to put the finger in his mouth, but he doesn't do it, and we'll get into the alternate ending after.
No, he does try. He gets a little bit out.
Yeah, he gets a little bit, but he's dead. It's not really a long scene, and he takes it out pretty quick.
Oh, the gun. Okay.
No, I mean the fingers. When he goes to fingers the pills out, it doesn't last long. It goes like this, and then he takes them like right out. And
also you hear a little crack.
Yeah, but you don't see a big scene of him puking out all these pills he just took either. So he still has the pills in his system.
Yeah.
And then he goes out, and my second favorite, besides the $1 billion, my second favorite scene in the movie of him, like, kind of, it's like two people meeting in a nightclub. Mm-hmm. And like they're like flirting with, like he's smiling at her. It's like he knows he's dying, but she's like smiling back. Like,
well, no, he's possessed at this point, or obsessed at this point, because she made another wish. She said, "Why can't you just love me as much as I do?"
Yeah,
and snapped the twig.
Yeah,
and then he stopped choking himself, got up, and walked out in a trance.
Yes. And that's what I'm saying. And so the pills never came out, but he came out, and it was just like, I'm in love with you. It was a fun scene. And then he drops, and she's like, "Oh, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" She's holding him. And then the final fucking shot is her waking up out of it, her crying about everything, and then waking up, and then crying about everything again, because she's like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah, because when she snaps to it, she's like, "Holy shit, I have all three of my friends. I have my friend's dad's gun in my hand. Yeah. I'm covered in all of their blood. I'm wearing my friend's, like, things on me. Like, I'm going to prison."
You're damn right she is. And then the credits roll to her crying in the background, which is a beautiful touch, I thought.
Which actually they took from Ty West's Pearl. The fact that she was smiling and laughing at the screen when the ending was over.
Okay.
They took that, but they told her to cry hysterically instead.
All right.
But they wanted it to be like that kind of thing. So he was very true to the fact that was his type of horror, like Hereditary, Midsummer, that kind of stuff. He liked that kind of stuff, and that's what he was trying to portray here.
All right. Yeah, I thought it played very well.
Yes,
I really liked it. Talk about the alternate ending.
The alternate ending is actually, and this is a thing. Now, do I think they have it filmed and on video? I know they have it filmed. I don't think they have it on YouTube
or like edited or anything.
But they will talk about it.
Yeah.
The ending scene was supposed to be a little bit more Romeo Juliet like, and she was actually supposed to take her life right after she took his.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was never supposed to snap out of anything. She was supposed to just boom.
And when she had the gun in her, she was supposed to actually shoot it.
And she didn't. But they did shoot it that way. They did shoot it as if she killed herself.
But she asked to do this take.
Yeah, but then she asked to do another take. So.
And then they went with her direction, which I think both would have worked. I think the first one's, the one you just said, is way more predictable. Of like, oh, he's dead.
Yeah,
no,
absolutely.
I like that she broke out of it. I think she can break out of it, pick the gun back up, and still do it.
Yeah.
But it's also, it doesn't have to end with everybody fucking dead. And if you ever want to have her come back in a certain way, you can, which it does. They have talked about not really wanting to do a sequel, which I think is a good thing because you don't need
they want to make it more of an anthology movie than sequels.
You can bring back the One Wish Willow in a way, but you don't need Nikki and everything in the Obsession universe.
Yeah.
You can have it, and
that's what he wants, though. He wants the One Wish Willow to remain a thing, but not for it to be Obsession like all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. There's really only 2 kills, so we won't do our favorites. What would you give this movie out of 10, Libby?
Thing is that I had this rated way too high because then I talked to him and I realized some shit. I wanted to give it a perfect score. I can't though, unfortunately.
It's not a 10.
It's not. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a 9.
Okay.
Just because I have to dock a lot of points because if I can't see what's going on in your movie,
oh my God,
I can't judge it correctly.
I saw everything fine, by the way. I don't agree with the lighting corner this week.
Seriously,
I really don't. I thought I could see. Yourself. I saw everything perfectly, and I watched it in the daytime. So
I didn't watch. You know what? I watched it 4 times, and I still didn't see her in the fucking background in the dark ass room.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't see her.
Okay. I saw everything perfectly, but to each their own. And I'm
more visually impaired than he is.
And I have the brightness up on my TV.
Exactly.
It's an 8.5 for me, and it's because I think it's a very simple movie that does what it does very well, but it's not a masterpiece like everybody says it is. And I feel bad because I really like the dude. I like her. I like everybody involved in the movie. I like his comedy stuff. I like that what they're building off this. I like what this means for cinema. I like what it means for independent filmmaking. I like everything around this movie. But I do think that the actual movie itself is a bit overhyped to where it's like it's not the greatest experience. It is. The role of Nikki is a must watch, and you need to see that performance.
Yeah, but you could go on YouTube and type in Nikki Freeman from Obsession scenes, and then there you go.
Exactly. The movie as a whole is strong, and it does have good dialogue and good story, but it's a simple story, and it relies on the performances, and the performances are great, but I don't think it's not the Odyssey of horror or anything. And I haven't seen the Odyssey yet, so I don't know if that's a masterpiece either. But it's not the greatest thing. It's not the greatest thing I've ever seen. Excuse me. It's not the greatest thing I've ever seen. So I do think it is classic horror, but I don't think it is. I do think it's a really good 2026 or 2025 horror movie. I don't know if it's going to go down as an all-time classic. All right. Do you have any idea what we're doing next week?
So, what did you want to do next week?
I don't know. I picked this one.
Okay, yeah, he did pick.
Or
this
we can
one.
do ATM with Josh.
Yeah, let's do ATM with Josh Peck because I watched that entire thing and was taking notes, and then all of a sudden, Tubi hits me with some commercials, and I find out that Obsession's on Peacock, and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And like I text him, I'm like, we're doing a different movie, aren't we? We're doing Obsession, aren't we? And he's like, yep. It's like, shit.
Well, I'm still glad we did it because this was a lot of fun. It was a great movie. Yeah. It was a really great movie.
And it's fun to see all of your conspiracy theories come to life and whatnot. But I do think most of y'all are insane.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them.
ATM's a really fun movie. I've seen it a lot. I think next week's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. Mindy, hit everybody with a fat hootie hoo.
Hootie hoo!
See everybody next time.
Bye, guys.